Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Kaizer Chiefs won, Chippa United nil. A much needed victory for Kaizer Chiefs. They needed this win today. You could see they were playing with so much nerves. You could see the players were not really free. But then it was important that they got this victory, and also important that they score in the first half, and also coming back in the second half. You can see they were playing with much a little bit of freedom. You could see that like that pressure was finally off their shoulder because like let's be honest, they have been poor. Like in that like last couple of games, Kaiser Chiefs have been poor. They've not been winning games. They've been dropping points and not gaining points. And with today's victory, it takes them to let's see, like it takes them to position seventh in on the lock with 10 games played and two games in hands, behind SuperSport United and they're behind SuperSport United with only 1 point and also having a much better goal difference than SuperSport United. But then let's just be honest here. Let's be honest here and call a spade a spade. Kaizer Chiefs, like in the last 3 games, losing losing 1 game and drawing 2 games, and which is a bad record. It's a bad record for what I would say what most Kaizer Chiefs fans were promised going to this season. And so far, Coach Nabi has not delivered. The players have not delivered. The fans have been coming out and showing the team support, the full support, consistently filling up stadiums. And today, man, for the sake of Kaizer Chiefs fans, I hope that like this is the build up for something great. I hope from they can kick on, build some consistency, because in this league it's very important that they do build up consistency, because it's kind of like useless to win 1 game and then drop the next and not win any game in the next 2 games or the next 3 games, because that has actually been their record if you go back to their results. And they've been like so inconsistent, man, very inconsistent. But then like I said, January window is about to open. It's almost 2 days before January. Kaizer Chiefs need to go out there and get a striker. They need to get a striker because they create chances. One thing about Kaizer Chiefs, they do create chances, but then they are not finishing those chances. I mean, even today in the first half, I thought they played very well in the first half. They created chances. There was fluidity in their play. It just like in the final third, man, it's just not coming together. But I mean, Dudu Shabalala, man, will take a bow, son. Take a bow, Dudu Shabalala, for that kind of performance. For you to have I mean, we know that he's talented. One thing you cannot take for granted is that like his ability. The boy is talented, still very young, and he has a coach that believes in him. And for him to take that initiative to like say, no, you know what, I'm gonna take the responsibility here. Gaston Serrano is not in the team. Duplessis is misfiring. Let me take the initiative. I can do this on my own. And you have to say, man, like that for me, we don't see such goals in PSL often. For Mdudu Shabalala to do what he did, for me, is a contender for goal of the season. One of the best goals that we will see this season in PSL. It should be a contender for goal of the season, because that was brilliant. That was brilliant. And you know what? Kaizer Chiefs is very lucky to have a player like Mdudu Shabalala. He just needs support. He just needs his support. And that, like I said, Kaizer Chiefs need to go to January window, get players. They need to go and buy players, because this Shabalala is not gonna do this like every week. He's not gonna do this. Still very young, very inconsistent. He just need players that are going to help him carry the load. He cannot carry the load by himself. But going to the game, man, like Vuma, Press Vuma, man, like one of the most high, okay, very underrated, because I also don't really rate Press Vuma. But then today I thought he played well. He made some very crucial saves. He was there and he protected the goals of Kaizer Chiefs. And I think, and also he kept a clean sheet. Very important. Also, the defense of Kaizer Chiefs. I think this is a very much needed confidence booster for Kaizer Chiefs to be able to keep a clean sheet and also get maximum points. But then again, they need to keep it consistent. They're playing Cape Town City in their next game, Stellenbosch in their next game. It's gonna be difficult to get maximum points in those games, especially when you have strikers that are not scoring goals, strikers that are missing opportunities. I mean, Chivaviro, this guy, man, like the guy frustrates me so much. I mean, he got a couple of chances when he came on as a substitution. You could see that like the guy doesn't want to score goals. For me, it doesn't. I don't think this guy wants to score goals, because if you're really desperate, you're a striker, you don't miss the chance that he's missing, and also the effort. Like I mean, like the shot that he took, you could see that like this is not the striker that is someone that is desperate to score goals. This is not someone that is desperate to be in the starting 11 of Kaizer Chiefs. Or because maybe he knows that like okay, even if I'm not starting game, Dupreez will eventually come off. I'll get a chance to come on. But then for me, I'm frustrated with Chivaviro, man, and I can only imagine how frustrated Kaizer Chiefs fans must be with him because the guy it doesn't want to score goals. He cannot convince me that like that's a proper striker. A proper striker doesn't miss the chances that Chivaviro misses. And I think Kaizer Chiefs need to be very harsh. I mean, it's a big institution. You drop players like you release them actually for free because, like I said, Kaizer Chiefs need to go out there and get a proper striker. Get a pro because if Kaizer Chiefs had someone that was as lethal as Igram Reyners, if they had someone that was as lethal as Mabasa, I think they would be in the top four or in the top five. They would be in the top five because you go back to their recent games. The amount of chances that the midfield creates, the amount of chances that the Kaizer Chiefs midfield creates, they're just looking someone that's gonna score goals. It's not that difficult, and I know that it's very very hard to get that striker, and it's gonna cost Kaizer Chiefs so much. But then, if Kaizer Chiefs are serious about coming back and contesting and fighting with the likes of Orlando Pirates, with the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns, they need to show the ambition. They need to show that, like, yes, we want to be there. But then we can't say want to be there without spending. You need to spend dollar. You need to spend dollar. Go to like I'm sure like the strikers around Africa, then strikers in South America, they need to do better than that because actually Dupreez is not reliable. We've seen that in the past seasons. Shivaviro, I mean, we are seeing that this season, even last season, he's not reliable. Just important that Kaizer Chiefs go out there and get a strike. I mean, today's performance, they played well in the first half. They should have been went to halftime with 2 goals. Even in the second half, they still had a couple of chances. They still had a couple of chances. They're just not scoring goals. They're just not scoring goals because I just don't understand, man. Because I was impressed with the front row of Kaizer Chiefs. Duba, Shabalala, the fluidity, man, like interchanging those short passes, and it was just coming together, and just it's just lacking something. The final third, man, someone that will just be a killer, stay in the box, in the opposition box, and score goals like Bezuma used to do, like the likes of Musona used to do at Kaizer Chiefs. And right now, Kaizer Chiefs don't have that. They don't have that. And until Kaizer Chiefs get a proper striker, they will still get this inconsistent performance because, like I said, and also I think Kaizer Chiefs fans, you guys need to manage your expectations because if you have these high expectations, it's gonna be difficult for you guys. Like I said, the next two fixtures, City, Stellenbosch, those are difficult fixtures to have. And I mean, going to those fixtures, I think you need to expect Kaizer Chiefs to get 6 points. I think the most that they can get is 8, maybe 4 points. Maybe hope to beat Cape Town City and draw against Stellenbosch. Stellenbosch is a very, very difficult team. So it's gonna be very difficult for Kaizer to get a point or even 3 points in that game. So just play well against Cape Town City, get maximum points against Cape Town City, go to Stellenbosch, get a draw, and then start building up from those results. Build a bit of consistency because without consistency, you don't need this. You don't need this. At least like gradually build the consistency and try to finish in the top four. Because like I said, finishing the top three, I think it's too much of a for me it's a high expectations. Like it would be like expecting a lot from this team. This team is still fragile. Like one thing that we can see, this team is still very fragile. They're lacking confidence. You can see that like they still doubt themselves. They're not playing with the freedom that Kaizer Chiefs used to play with. And I know it's been a very long time since we saw that Kaizer Chiefs, but then there's the time where they should be building and also the fans of Kaizer Chiefs managing their expectations and also knowing that like finishing the top five would be a miracle. For this team, finishing the top five would be great, and then start from then. Then to, next season, you can try maybe to nick a trophy or something because already this season 2 trophies have been lost. Only left with Netbank and the league. League obviously like it's not gonna happen. But then just try to build a bit of consistency. Try to build some formation among these players. But then again, like I said, January transfer window. January transfer window will tell us all that we need to know about the ambitions of Kaizer Chiefs, the management's ambitions. Because if they don't go and buy the striker, if Kaizer Chiefs don't go out there and buy a striker, And then I think, yeah, it's gonna be a frustrating season for Kaizer Chiefs fans. And but then, other than that, man, a great showing for Kaizer Chiefs, man. Dudu Shabalala, bro, like the guy, honestly, honestly, like honestly, like I'm just happy. Honestly, I'm just happy that the boy is still very young. He's a South African footballer, and I just, yes, I know the pressure is gonna be too much on him right now. I don't know he can do this consistently like Mofokeng is doing, but then also with Mofokeng has other players that he can offload the pressure to, or to, he has the likes of Masong around him, the likes of Mavasa, the likes of Mahopa around him, those other players that can also chip in with goals or with assists when he's not playing well. But then with Kaizer Chiefs, the same cannot be said with Kaizer Chiefs. The same cannot be said with this Kaizer Chiefs team. So, like I said, Kaizer need to go out there and spend the top dollar. Like, it's very, very crucial because if they don't do that, bro, they're already left behind. They're already left behind. It's just gonna be a matter of, okay, is Kaizer Chiefs like now a mid-table team, or Kaizer Chiefs that team that is going to be struggling to get into in the top eight? They didn't finish in the top eight last season. This season they have a coach that is ambitious. They have a coach that is great. They have a coach that has an idea and knows what he wants, and a coach that is committed to building this Kaizer Chiefs and back to this Kaizer Chiefs, because let's not forget that he refused an offer from Raja Casablanca. And if that doesn't convince the management of Kaizer Chiefs to spend supporting Coach Nabi, I don't know what will. I don't know what will, because for him to refuse going to Raja Casablanca, where he was potentially going to get more salary that is currently getting at Kaizer Chiefs, I don't know what will convince the management of Kaizer Chiefs to say, look, you know what, we have a proper coach here. Let's build a team for this coach, and let's just allow him to spend as much as he wants. Because if they don't do that, man, like it's gonna be but then let's talk about Braz Vuma, guys. Like, does Ntwari come back into the starting 11 if maybe he's fit for the next game? Does Ntwari come back into the starting 11? Because I need to be honest, I was impressed with Braz Vuma. He made some crucial saves. He was marshalling the defense. Made okay. It's not convincing when coming out for the process. If there's my one criticism of Vuma, I think much is confident coming out to collect crosses. That's the only thing that maybe he needs to work on. But then he made crucial saves. I mean, the last save that he made, that's a game winning save, and he actually managed to get the maximum points for Kaizer Chiefs. So for me, I would want him to start the next game. I don't know what Kaizer Chiefs fans are thinking, but then Brasuma deserved to start the next game with the performance that he showed today, and with that performance, just has grow from strength to strength. He's built up his confidence, and also the synergy between him and the back four. And maybe will end up even being the because I know Kaizer Chiefs want to buy Nobili from Chippa United. Do they really need to buy him when you have Ntwari and Vuma on the fighting for that number one spot? I don't know. You Kaizer Chiefs fans know better than me. I'm not a Kaizer Chiefs fan. But then, other than that, man, I thought that the defense of Kaizer Chiefs played well. Dutli and Santos played well. Miguel Santos played well. Ditlokwe got an assist for. I don't think it's an assist because Shabalala did so much for him to get to end up scoring that goal. But then he's the last person that touched the ball before Shabalala scored his goal. But yeah, he's given the assist there on Sofa score. But then yeah, I think that was a solid performance from Kaizer Chiefs, man. Just lacking that killer instinct in the final third and scoring goals, but a solid performance from Kaizer Chiefs. A performance that, like, maybe I think they should build that should build some confidence around Kaizer Chiefs, and also bring confidence back, and also just those positive vibes, man, around it, because yeah, they've been dreadful, they've been inconsistent. Let's hope for Kaizer Chiefs fans that this will uh, uh, they will gain confidence from this match. And with the substitutions, man, I don't think the only person that I'm just gonna rave about is just Ranga Shivaviro. The guy frustrates me, man. The amount of chances that he continues to miss, and it's like he doesn't learn from his past mistakes. He doesn't learn. He doesn't, like, why have that thing, or like, oh man, I missed that chance in the last game. Let me try to work on this on training. Let me try to when I get an opportunity again to start a game or to come off as a substitute, let me get a goal. Like, the guy's like, he doesn't even watch the game from the bench. So that's my just my criticism on Chippa. But then other than that, man, Kaizer Chiefs played well. They had like about 63% ball position. Chippa had only 37%, having about 14 total shots. And look at that, Kaizer Chiefs had about 14 total shots and only made the and then Chippa had 10, and then goalkeeper save. Nabili had made 5 goalkeeper saves. So you can see Kaizer Chiefs were dominant. Kaizer Chiefs were dominant, and they do deserve the victory. So, but then yeah, let's see if Kaizer Chiefs can be able to keep the consistency and try to make their way into the top five. Because yeah, right now they do have an opportunity to actually finish in the top five. Considering that some of these teams that are in the top five or top eight, they're very inconsistent, very inconsistent. Getting a couple of wins in a row, you end up finishing in the top five or even in the top four. So, yeah, well deserved victory for Kaizer Chiefs, and let's see how they play in their next couple of games. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you guys soon.